What's going on, y'all? Welcome to episode 45 of the Fight Night Forecast. We highlight, recap, and cover all things boxing. Hey, man, listen, I just moved cities again. So your boy is now, I'm on my third city in like a year. Not in the same year, but in a year at least. Let me get these right real quick, man. I don't know what's going on, why everything got moved around, but man, it's been a crazy week, but I'll tell you what, I am so excited to, man, my ticker box at the bottom is not wanting to cooperate with me. You guys might actually be able to see it down there still low key. I don't know. Sometimes, so on my screen, man, I see it. It's a little higher than that on my screen. But yeah, nonetheless, listen, just moved states, baby. It's my third state in, I don't know, let me see. Yeah, definitely the past 12 months. So I've been moving around a lot. So excuse me. I'm kind of taking like a little makeshift studio here for a minute. It's going to be a little better setup, hopefully next week. So listen, we're rolling with the punches, baby. That's what we do, bro. We cover boxing. We box, man. We roll with the punches. But thank you guys for tuning in nonetheless. Got some people coming in already. I can see it. I'm glad you can see it. Let's go. I'm glad we're starting to be able to do it at the night now. You know what I mean? So my plan is now to start doing like night streams predominantly. It seems like we always tend to get more people in here on in the night streams. Listen, man, I worked nights for a grip. I worked nights for a very, very long time. So I do understand that, life is normally set up for folks that work them, you know what I mean, them 9 to 5s, you feel me? So it'll be a little better now. I'll be able to come at you guys at night more often. You know what I mean? Don't be mad. Don't be mad if your girl's at the night stream. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, bro. I can't help it. You know what I mean? Everybody's girls be popping in and out of here. Don't be coming to me sideways. It's not my fault. Because the Fight Night Forecast, man, we be lit. That's just how it is. So, nonetheless, let's get right into this weekend of boxing. But actually, right before we do that, let's talk about. I've been doing some interviews lately. You guys might have known. I've been hyping them up pretty heavy, and for good reason. Man, they've been popping off. Thank you so much to Vernon. He came on a couple weeks ago, and then Andrew Reed. I had him on last week, and that video, man, y'all showed out, man. The Fight Night gang showed out for that video, man. We had at one point, man, we had 127 people in the live stream watching us, and I remember I looked up and was just mind blown, man. But at the same time, it was in my heart, bro. I felt it right in the heart. I was so excited. It was definitely probably one of the best moments that I've shared in this podcast so far, for sure. Just having all those people in there, man. And, I'm sure a lot of y'all were mixed in, but I think just goes to show there's a lot of people that are in that dude's corner too. You know what I mean? So that's really what I'm trying to promote with these fighter interviews. I'm trying to, promote a place where fighters can come on and talk about their lives and, kind of relate to us a little bit. And, I don't know, just make people seem a little more personal, and you're able to, to get on them on a different level than just watching them in the gym. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hit a quick announcement. I'll make sure to announce it again probably before we get off of here, because I'm sure more people will be rolling in here in just a few minutes. But tomorrow I have a interview with number 16 ranked middleweight in Germany. So Vedat Raskovich and his coach Nick Levine, Coach Nicky Mitz on Instagram. If you guys want to go ahead and give him a follow, check him out. But yeah, tomorrow interview with them. We're shooting. Now listen, they're in Germany, bro. They're in Germany, so the time zone, as you can imagine, is a little different. So we're getting the time nailed out, but it's looking like it's going to be around noon USA time, all right? Because that's going to put them around 8, 9 o'clock their time. So, I was thankful that they were able to kind of accommodate a little bit. They were wanting to maybe do a little earlier in the day, but, we just got to make it happen, bro, to get it to where, his people can see, people that are in his time zone will be able to see, hop in, view, as well as, some of the folk that I have back here in the States. I want them to be able to see. So we kind of landed on that even time zone, hopefully, where, you know, we'll be able to get a good amount of people in here watching. If not, as always, as every video is, you know what I mean, we're going to, you know, have it archived in the back. You know what I mean? So you'll be able to see it just like a regular YouTube video, just like you already have, you know. So it should be no issue. But it's gonna, man, listen, it's a big jump for me, man, and I'm really excited. And I know the Fight Night gang is excited as well. I've had a lot of people hit me up about it already, saying that they're ready to tune in. They're ready to, you know, watch me kind of break into this pro scene a little bit. Hey, you know what I mean? Got my boy Playland just popped in. Appreciate you, bro. Rocking a little bit Young Winston right now, matter of fact. You know, always love rocking some Young Winston. He said new studio action. Listen, man. Listen, you got to get in where you fit in, bro. When you be moving around the way I be moving around, man, I'm changing cities like I'm changing outfits out here, man. So, you know, you got to get in where you fit in, man. I'm hoping in the next couple weeks, man, I'll be able to get the new studio laid out, something like that. So we'll, you know, but listen, it's all about the content. You know what I mean? It ain't always about the bells and whistles. You know what I mean? It's all about the content. He said, so what time is the interview? Yeah, I just announced that, my bad. I know more people are coming in. It's going to be hopefully 12 p.m. high noon Central Standard Time. And in Europe, at least in Germany, it's going to be around 8 p.m. their time. They're about 8 hours ahead of us. So some of the people that are, you know, fans of his have already kind of subscribed to the podcast and stuff. So if y'all end up watching this tonight, or I guess daytime or whatever it is over there right now, I guess it's over there, it's probably midnight or a little later. But actually, like, probably, what is it, like 3 in the morning, something like that. So it's pretty late over there. But yeah, so you know, it'll be 8 p.m. your time if you're watching in Europe. So yeah, it'll be a good time, man. Hopefully we get just as many people to pop out as we did last time. So, all right, without further ado, we got a lot to get into. Excuse me. We're going to get into this past weekend of boxing. We only had one big card last weekend, and it was Richardson Hitchens. He fought Gustavo Daniel Lemos. Hitchens mainly really worked behind his jab. And, you know, he came in there, did what he needed to do. You know what I mean? So came in there, got the job done, worked behind his jab well. Man, that Lemos dude is tough, bro. Way tougher. I'd never really heard a dude much, but bro is tough, man. He popped in. Man, he came out the first round. Bro was swinging, ready to make this. He was ready to make it a dogfight, man. It actually caused Hitchens to, man, it really caused Hitchens to have to be more cautious. And, you know, it kind of turned into a lot of tying up, turned into a lot of, you know, having to kind of die down a little bit on the offense, like, you know, like force Lemos to kind of dial back a little bit. So it actually ended up being that classic, like, puncher versus boxer matchup. And low key, I thought it was a good bout. I peeped it a little bit. I had a lot of stuff going on, man. I was moving, unfortunately. So I was packing a lot, but I was, you know, I had it in the corner of my eye. I was watching it. And I went back and watched all the highlights of it. So let's break down the judges' cards real quick. So we had Hitchens won by decision, but they had two of them. Two judges had it 115, 113, and then we had a 117, 111. Bro, 117, 111. I didn't see. And listen, like I said, I watched it while it was live. And then I went and watched the replays. I watched the replays twice, bro. Listen, man, I didn't see 117, 111 on either side, if we're going to be real. A little weird. I don't know. You know, again, we talk about judging all the time, and how, you know, it can be a little, what's the word I'm thinking of? It could be a little, you know, a little dicey sometimes, but nonetheless, you know, it's not like it wasn't like a, you know, a decision that completely swayed the entire fight. Like, you know, it was still 117, 111, I believe, they scored it for Hitchens. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, Hitchens is going to win anyway. He already had two judges on his side, you know, giving him the 115, 113, but still, just a little, sometimes you just wonder about these judges, man. You wonder what they're seeing. So, nonetheless, it was a good bout. It's just one step closer for Hitchens to get his title shot, man. I really wouldn't mind seeing him against, like, you know, Pitbull Cruz just became a champion at 140. You know, you got Subriel Matias. He's always a tough fight, which I think he's got something lined up. I can't remember, something in June. I think it was like an episode or two back that I announced he had some matchup. So, and I want to say it was like in Puerto Rico or something. But I wouldn't mind seeing Subriel maybe fighting him later this year. Devin Haney, of course, he kind of just picks and chooses whoever he wants to fight at this point with how he is. But Hitchens is making his way up in the 140 division. He's still young. I think he's 26, 27, so he's got time to kind of grow into himself a little bit still. So, but yeah, man, I'm interested to see what's next. I'm going to kind of run through some of these real quick because we got a lot to cover in this upcoming weekend and a few announcements. I'm trying to keep this. My last 2 episodes have gone way too long. Y'all already know. I try to keep it around 30 to 40 minutes, and I've been almost an hour, man. And then, I'm already back on here tomorrow yelling at y'all again about about some interview stuff. So, especially me coming on twice a week now, I'm just not trying to, stay on so long. So, we had Diego Pacheco. He beat Sean McCallman. That was a good win for Diego Pacheco. Galal Yafai, he's a up and coming pro. He was a silver medalist for Great Britain, maybe even a gold medalist. I can't remember. He was one of the 2 for Great Britain in 2020 for the Olympics. He beat Agustin Gauto, and my boxing bae, if you will. I'm gonna clip this too. I'm gonna make sure she sees this. Try to get her to see it on Instagram. This is my boxing bae, Sky Nicholson. That's my queen. No, I'm just playing. But no, she's legit, man. She's legit. She just won her first title, WBC women's featherweight. It was vacant. She fought Sarah Malfode, and she won. She looked great. I think that there's only gonna be bigger things for her coming up. You know what I mean? So super hyped on her. Congratulations, Boxing Bay. You know what I mean? She got her little win. Then we have Mark Castro. Always excited to see Mark Castro on a card. He always beefs it up a little bit. He beat Abraham Montoya. So yeah, that was this past weekend of boxing. It was a good little card on DAZN. Interesting bouts. I thought everything everything kind of went to plan. It seemed like all the favorites kind of won. So it's nice to see an upset here and there, but it is what it is. It was a good little card. So let's talk about this upcoming weekend. We'll start with the elephant in the room. Let's start with the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? For y'all that are new, we do cover a little bit of UFC. You know what I mean? I'm not the biggest UFC. I'm a big UFC fan. Just not the biggest UFC analyst, I guess you could say. I know a lot more about boxing than UFC. So, but if it's there, I'm covering it. So April 13th, UFC 300, we have Alex Parheda. He's fighting Jamal Hill at light heavyweight. It's going to be a good bout. A lot of people have had this, on their radar for a while, and obviously with it being a 300, it's been pretty greatly anticipated. I think that it'd have been maybe cool if they could have got maybe a bigger title fight on there, just for it being UFC 300. But I'm not hating, man. It's gonna be a good bout. I'm just surprised they didn't stack like a fat title card on there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but because I think there was rumors that like O'Malley was gonna do 300. It's just like every resetting of 100, they always try to do it super big. You know what I mean? So, but the main event's going to be lit. It's just, there's just no title on the line. You know what I mean? I just expected, Dana White always does it big like that. I just expected to have a title fight, but maybe I'm just tripping. Co-main, I'm just going to go through them real quick, and I'll kind of give you guys quick predictions after. Weili Zhang, she's fighting Yan Xiaonan. That's women's strawweight. Gaethje's fighting Max Holloway, which that was canceled and then re-put back on the card. So not quite sure. I didn't really look too far into it on why. I thought there was something. I thought there was an injury maybe, or there was maybe someone mentioned a contract dispute or like something like that. But all I know is that it was on and then it was off and then now they put it back on. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I will look more into that. Maybe if I have a chance tomorrow, I'll mention it during the interview or something. But as far as I know, as of Friday night, tonight, that it is on the card. So Gaethje and Max Holloway are expected to fight at lightweight tomorrow. Charles Oliveira is fighting Arman. Man, this dude. Sarukian. So they're fighting at lightweight. And then Bo Nickel, he's fighting Cody Brundage at middleweight. So I think it's gonna be a good little. It's definitely gonna be a good little card. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good UFC card. I'm definitely gonna watch it tomorrow. You know, it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to kind of have one eye on two screens probably, but because I got, you know, I'm about to announce it here in a minute. We got the top ranked card in Corpus Christi, Texas tomorrow too. So I want to say that's gonna be a night show too probably. So they'll be on around the same time, which I'm surprised because they don't normally schedule, especially ESPN, because ESPN works with UFC. They don't normally schedule a top ranked card on the same night as a big UFC event, but they decided they were gonna watch the world burn this time, baby. You feel me? So yeah. So let's. A lot of y'all been wanting to listen. I'm a little bit of a betting man. I don't like to admit it all the time because I don't always win. All right, but you know, I do a little bit of sports betting. I do a little bit of betting in real life too, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But so a couple people asked me if I could put together maybe a little parlay or something for UFC 300. And I went ahead, you know what I mean? I'm a man of the people. I listen to what y'all say, believe it or not. I listen to what some of y'all say. Some of y'all be talking whack. But even then I'd be listening. So listen, this is a little parlay I made. I'm going Alex Parheda. I'm actually going Alex Parheda by knockout. I'm going Alex Parheda by knockout. I'm going Max Holloway by decision. And I'm gonna go Charles Oliveira by knockout. Those are my three. I'm not gonna name drop them because they're not sponsoring the podcast. But the sports book that I go through, I think you can like pick the round, but I didn't want to go that deep into it. So yeah, so I'm going Parheda knockout. I love Jamal Hill, but I don't know. That's a scary man. That's Poetan, man. I'm going Max Holloway by decision, and I'm going Charles Oliveira by knockout. So that's a little parlay I put together there. And if you want to get a little saucy with it, you know what I mean? I would even throw a couple fighters from this next card I'm about to go into with boxing. If you can parlay them, throw them in there too. So same night, top ranked card, Corpus Christi, Texas. We got Jared Anderson. He's fighting Riyad Murhi. For y'all that don't know, Jared Anderson is he's up and coming heavyweight prospect. He's on the border of not being a prospect anymore, but you know, he's getting there. So he's fighting. He's the main event there. And co-main, we got Efe Ajagba, another scary man at heavyweight. He's fighting Guido Vianello. That's 10 rounds. Then we got Robson Conceição, always a fan favorite. Always comes in, looks good, gets the job done. You feel me? Except against Shakur Stevenson, but other than that, he gets the job done. So he's fighting at 130 pounds. So he'll be on there as well, looking good. Ruben Villa is fighting Christian Cruz Chachon at featherweight. Abdullah Mason, the youngest of all the Mason brothers. I don't know if Playland's still in here or not, but Playland actually met the Mason brothers, which is pretty dope. So, you know what I mean? We try to see if we can get them on the podcast. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Once these interviews start taking off, and hopefully, you know what I mean, maybe they'll hit me up. So, yeah, Abdullah Mason, he's fighting Ronald Ron, and that's at lightweight. And then Jalen Skywalker, it's Jalen Walker, but I think on Instagram, I'm pretty sure he goes by Jalen Skywalker. He's fighting Alejandro Guerrero at junior lightweight. So, we're going to run through these last couple cards on the 13th. Everything's taking place on the 13th. This one's going to be in England, in Manchester, England, on DAZN. So this will be a morning one. So you'll be able to catch us on DAZN if you got the what do you call it? The DAZN subscription. You should be able to catch us in the morning. Now, actually, you probably won't be able to catch it in the morning because you're going to be watching the Fight Night Forecast's interview with Verded Raskovich. So never mind. You can't catch that. You'll be watching me. So nonetheless, if you decide to watch it instead of watching me, it's going to be Jordan Gill versus Zelfa Barrett, 12 rounds, junior lightweight. On the undercard, man, we got a couple women's title fights. And women, I don't know, man, y'all need to stop sleeping on these women, man, because like they're out here taking over basketball, bro, and they're out here putting on these phenomenal fights in boxing too. And then you got Clarissa Shields out there beefing with my other boxing bae, Alicia Baumgartner. You know what I mean? So, man, they're out here getting it, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post a short. I might post that short tonight to show y'all they're out here them getting it. But yeah, that's crazy. So we got Ellie Scottney. She's fighting Ségolène Lefebvre something. I think it's French. Man, these names be smoking me sometimes. It's for Scottney's IBF junior welterweight women's title, and then Lefebvre. It's her WBO is on the line, so they're unifying. So which that'll be pretty dope. And then Rhiannon Dixon is fighting Karen Elizabeth Carbajal. That's for the women's lightweight title, WBO women's lightweight title. So there's two really good women's title fights on that. So if you do decide to watch that, you'll be in for some good women's boxing for sure. So then let's talk about we got a little card in Santa Fe, Argentina. I'm not gonna go into all of them because there's a lot of people that like not a lot of people we don't know, but it's headlined by Tobias Reyes and Sixto Dionel Perez. So y'all don't know I can get saucy with the Spanish like that, but I'm like that, man. I'm fluent. That's gonna be a little 10-rounder in Argentina, and then April 13th as well. This will probably be the last one to go on out of everything because it's gonna be in Japan, so they're like way behind us. So or maybe ahead of us. I'm not sure. Either one. It's gonna be at a weird time. It'll be like at 3 a.m. our time probably. So it's gonna be in Osaka, Japan, and it's Miel Fajardo versus Thanongsak Simsri. So that's 12 rounds of junior flyweight. So a lot going on April 13th. No lie. It's going to be a good little weekend of boxing. And then obviously next weekend, we have Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Might have a special guest on for that. You guys have met him before. He's been on here. He's my little hot take guy. Ed, y'all met Ed before, but he gets on here and just be saying some reckless stuff, and comes up with some very reckless hot takes. So he'd be out here with it. So he might pop on next week if we can get that worked out. I'll have him hop on live here and do some talking with us. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. If not, it'll just be a regular episode with me, boring old me. But yeah, let's hop into some announcements real quick. And we're gonna wrap this up. We're actually gonna keep this on time, man. We'll let y'all get y'all's Friday night. You know what I mean? Go enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Responsibly. So we got some announcements. Jerron Boots Ennis just signed with Eddie Hearn and DAZN. So that is very interesting. So what I found out about that was I had to do a little fight night forecast digging, but I found out that Jerron Ennis was not signed to Showtime. He was signed to PBC. Or no, I lied, the other way around. He was not signed to PBC, and he was signed to Showtime. So when Showtime canceled their subscription or whatever, or contract or whatever with PBC, PBC had the option to start to sign him because Jerron Ennis came up through like Showbox and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So he was really signed to Showtime the entire time. So when they terminated their contract, PBC had a shot to sign him, but I don't think it worked out. So Eddie Hearn popped in, did his little British magic, you know what I mean, and got him to go over to DAZN. So we'll see what pops up from that. I know they got Conor Benn calling him out already, so that'll be a crazy fight. That'd be some nasty work to see him and Conor Benn going at it. So let's see if they can make that fight happen. That'd be brazy, bro. Because Conor Benn, he's got that crazy punching power, and then Jerron Ennis, you know what I mean, is as smooth as they come when it comes to boxing skills. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a wild fight if they make that happen. But this could be an opportunity also to make the Terrence Crawford fight happen. You know what I mean? If they want to make that happen, we got Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu are both suspended for their fight. Not anything bad, but when you get hurt real bad like that, like they did in their fight, the athletic commission will suspend you. You know what I mean? So they both got banged up and cut up really bad, so they're not gonna be able to fight. I think the earliest they'll be able to fight is in like November or something crazy like that. So so Crawford, if he's smart, man, maybe just messes around and has his fight with Ennis in the summertime, stays sharp, It would be a big bout. It would be a tough bout, you know. And then if he wins, he'll be 2-time undisputed at 147. And then he can just bounce to 54 in the fall if he wants to, and kind of finish his career out if he wants to that way. Or I don't know, or he just won't fight, and then, you know what I mean, just maybe have that one fight in the fall, you know. But I just think that with him being the age that he is, you know, I think the best bang for his buck would be fighting Ennis. Try to, you know, we're getting into May now, though, almost to May, man. So 8 weeks out, you know, we're already looking at, you know, anything that gets booked right now, we're looking at late June. You know what I mean? So if he's gonna do it, he's gonna probably need to get on it, man. But I could see that happening. You know, Boots and Crawford getting it on this summer, and then maybe seeing something early winter at 154. You know what I mean? A unification bout at 154. You know, so, or not a unification, but a title bout at 154 against Fundora. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I feel like I'd be having some good ideas, but they don't be listening to me. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see it happen. Let's move on to the next little bit I got here. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano are due for a rematch, right? So they gotta have this rematch. A couple of the best women to probably ever do it, low key. They're gonna have the rematch soon. The last one, well, I think they had something set up at one point and it got canceled. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, hit me in the comments. You know what I mean? You can make fun of me on there, but I thought they had something set up and someone got hurt or something, so they ended up postponing it. But it's reported to possibly be at the Sphere in Las Vegas, and that'll be the very first athletic event to ever happen at the Sphere. You know what I mean? So if y'all don't know what the Sphere is, it's that big. It's pretty much just used for advertisement more or less right now, but it's like that really big, that little big shebang, that little you dig that, like, you know, they put people's faces all over and everything. So that'd be pretty dope to see that, you know, and that might lead into having a lot more events there if it goes well, you know what I mean? So and then one last thing, man, I'm gonna hit y'all with this, and then I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm about to let y'all enjoy y'all night. Anthony Joshua comes out and says that he's planning on retiring in 2 years. So man, I don't know. He said that his original plan was, I remember watching this a while back, because I was a big, I mean, I still am a big Anthony Joshua fan, but I remember I used to watch a lot of his training videos and stuff. And he said that he wanted to be done by 35 if he accomplished everything he wanted to do, but he hasn't accomplished everything that he's wanted yet. So, you know, he says that he could see himself, if everything goes right with the contracts and he gets to fight for undisputed one time, you know, which he's earned through his past few wins that he's gotten, that he would retire after that at 37. So, not a bad idea, bro. Not a bad idea. He's a British superstar. Slide through, get that recognition, and just be done with it, man. You know what I mean? So, I think it's gonna be good, man. So we'll see what happens with that. Oh, well, speaking of that, man, I don't know if I have this in my media or not. I swear I screenshotted it, and I think I did. Let me pull this up real quick. Bro, speaking of undisputed heavyweight, which that's coming up May 18th. Let's add this in here for y'all to see right quick. Man, let's look at this, bro. So we have Tyson Fury and what's his name? Usyk. They're fighting, man, they're fighting in May 18th. But look, man, look how skinny Tyson Fury is, bro. We're talking about a guy that, you know, has came in the, like, the 300s before, bro. You know what I mean? He fought Ngannou and made Ngannou look small. You know what I mean? So this is, I don't know what he weighs right now. They haven't talked about it. His camp hasn't really brought up too much about it, but he looks like he's huge, though. He's 6'9", bro. So it's tough to say, but I want to say he's probably in the mid, like, what, 250s, maybe, something like that. If maybe a little smaller. But bro, this is gonna be the lightest and leanest he's ever came in, which makes sense because Usyk, man, Usyk's a small heavyweight. Usyk's only like 220 pounds max. 217, I think, is what he weighed in his last fight. And he looked big for that. Like, he looked like he wasn't even in shape. You know, so I think it's gonna be pretty crazy. It's gonna be pretty crazy, man, to see if he's gonna, you know, have like any stylistic differences, you know, in with him being a lot lighter. He's, you know, for Fury being as big as he's light on his feet already. You know what I mean? So he's very light on his feet, very agile for his size. So I'm interested to see what changes this is going to bring, because we all know what Usyk's a dog, bro. Usyk's got footwork. Usyk's got the whole 9 yards, bro. Southpaw, you know, bro's no slouch, man. So I don't know what we're gonna see. I like to think that one person's gonna have to settle in and kind of become the power puncher a little bit and make the moves, but we might be in for a boxing clinic on both sides. You know, I don't know. So we'll have to see. But nonetheless, but yeah, it's crazy. Look at that, man. 30 minutes on the dot. Your boy, I'm getting better, y'all. I'm getting better, man. I'm trying to talk a little less. I know this episode maybe was I don't want to say fast tracked, because I still got through everything, and y'all, I feel like y'all had to learn a thing or two. You know what I mean? But you know, but it wasn't crazy long, so I did a good job. So I'm coming back right back at y'all tomorrow with this interview, and that might be an hour. So we'll see how it goes. But it might be one of those things where I'm making up for all the time that I missed out on today. So nonetheless, listen, hey, we just hit 1,500 subscribers. I think we're at like 1,540 now, something like that, 1,540 subscribers. The gang is growing. It's only getting bigger. Make sure you lock in your OG status. We're trying to do another giveaway at 2,000. Maybe we'll give away, I don't know. We'll see what we're giving away. We might give away more hoodies. Might give away something else. Stay tuned. So I don't know what it is yet, but nonetheless, we're growing every single day. Shorts are popping off. These interviews have been popping off. And, you know, big thank you to all the people that are hitting me up for interviews. I got a lot of pro fighters, a lot of amateur fighters that are now hitting me up for interviews, man. So super excited on that. Listen, I'm not trying to spoil it. But I'm not sure if Sean's in the chat. Sean is a very, very loyal Fight Night Forecast subscriber. And I took the chats off. I don't know if he might be in here. No, he's not commenting. But he's a very loyal Fight Night Forecast subscriber. And he'll be very excited to hear that one of the guys that hit me up for an interview is one of the one and only Jake Paul, is one of his sparring partners in Puerto Rico. So I know, you know what I mean, he'll probably get a kick out of that. Maybe we'll have to get him in here on the interview night to ask him some questions about if he thinks Jake Paul is legit or not. So but stay tuned for that. I actually met him at the last Fight Night in Nashville in person, and we got to chopping it up, talking, and you know, I told him about Fight Night Forecast, and he said he was extremely interested and wanted to hop on. So we exchanged information on Instagram, and the rest is hopefully going to be history. Hopefully I'm going to get him on the pod. So we'll see how it goes. But listen, thank you all for tuning in. This is going to be this will be right on archived after everything's said and done, after we get off of live here, so you can watch it whenever you want. Someone popped in there and said, what? That'll be awesome. I know. That's what I'm saying. The gang's growing. We're only getting bigger. We're going to have bigger and better people on here every single week. Not that the people that we have had on already aren't big and great, but you know what I mean? It's just going to be a snowball, man. So yeah, stay tuned in. We're about to go to some cool places. So for sure. But listen, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time and 8 p.m.-ish German Standard Time. I don't know what, I guess it's European time. We'll see you guys tomorrow. So, all right, y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe. Be responsible. I will see y'all tomorrow in the next interview. Peace.